2, 3. Let's do this. All right, guys, we're talking about hip mobility, and we're going to go through kind of what I call level 2, or half kneeling level 2. Okay, we went through kind of the clock lunges to really open up your hips in this position. These are going to be a little more aggressive. All right, so listen to your body. Remember, if I or anyone asks, does it hurt? That's a yes/no question. If any of these stretches are hurting and you just have a bad feeling about them, stop them, okay? Especially with this one, we get a little more aggressive, but we really got to get into this hip joint. Your hips are very stable. They're very tough joints. But when they get tight, when they get stiff, when you've been sitting for 8 hours and that hip bone, that leg bone rather, is just sitting in that hip bone socket, it gets pretty stiff and pretty stubborn. We got to move it around. Because remember, the tighter your hips are, the more stress and tension we have pulling on our lower back, the more stress and tension we have pulling on our hips, our sciatic nerve, our knees, etc. Okay? Your hips are that important. That's why we're focused on these first. So check it out. I'm in this half kneeling position. I'm going to start with this 3-way hip opener. Okay, the first way is just working on grooving this pattern here, keeping my foot flat on the floor. I want my knee to come forward. I call this a big capital D. I'm going to come straight forward and around and back. Straight forward, around. I'm not too concerned with my knee coming this way. I really just wanted to open up. We're opening up that hip, meaning I'm taking the angle of my hip and I'm opening up that way. Okay? And from the side, I want my back leg back there pretty good. See how far stretched back that is? Okay, so go through these 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, this 3-way hip opener should take at least 2 minutes. The second position, the second way rather, is to drive that knee out. Just hold that. I mean, look away. I'm just going to press out. My foot can drop a little bit. I'm not concerned as much with that. I just want that hip to really open up and press that. And that's going to kind of oscillate forward and backwards. Okay, just focus on that spot. Hit that hip joint. Hit that hip joint. Just kind of work it around, forward, backwards, anywhere we just loosen it up. Picture that bone is moving around that socket, loosen up. This is good WD-40 for those hip joints, all right? The third way is the most aggressive. I want to support myself with both hands down on either side of my foot, and then just let that foot fall onto its side and let that knee fall to the side, okay? So that knee is just falling out, and that's a good hip stretch there as well. I'm going forward and backwards, okay? So anything I can do there, kind of moving around, that's good stuff. I can press my belly button towards my foot, towards my ankle. Yeah, feel that goodness, all right? Get into that stretch. Feel these a little bit. I'm not letting my belly button drop. I'm not letting my lower back sway and drop. I'm keeping my abs somewhat engaged, all right? But then I'm going forward and really hitting that, okay? So again, that 3-way, those 3 ways should take you about 2 minutes at least, 2+ minutes. I've stayed there for 3, 4, 5 minutes and really mobilized. I've done a couple videos now, and this hip just feels good as far as how how well that moves. Okay, so again, for running, walking, lunging, jumping, standing up from a chair, we need to have those hips loosen up and mobilize like that. Okay, so we're doing hip mobility. Hit them twice a week, 3 times a week, Monday, Thursday. Mix it into the rest of your routine. Okay, I'm doing this. I'll do this on a couch cushion. This is a therapeutic Eric's pad. You can pick this up on Amazon. Mine's pretty beat up. I've been using a lot with it. All right, so check those out. Tell me what you think. Start with the first one, okay? Start with the level 1. Start with the 90-90 stretch. Work up to this one. Tell me what you think. Thanks, guys.